welcome to the NSSF Friends with Benefits Show, Season 2. This is the 8th episode. My name is Gaetano.
And my name is Crystal. Now, Friends with Benefits is a show about success stories that inspire and motivate not only those who are still saving, but even those yet to begin a Social Security savings plan with NSSF.
Yes, in addition, the show is about financial literacy. That's the emphasis. Valuable information that teaches savers the importance of having a plan with their savings.
Now, on last week's episode, we met Judith Sheena. She used her invalidity benefits to pay for her breast cancer treatment and to start a medical tourism company.
And we also met Alusha Samuel. What he did, well, with his withdrawal benefit, he opened up a hardware store which is booming.
Remember that at the end of this show, we will announce the winner from last week's episode. They will make it to the top 8 contestants, and they will be that one step closer to the grand prize of 30 million shillings, or 15 million shillings as first runner-up, or 10 million shillings as second runner-up. But now, let's meet our panel of judges, the people who will ask the questions, the right questions to help us make informed decisions when it comes to our votes.
That's right, there's 55 million at stake over here, so let's find out who the judges are. We know, but let's really introduce them.
First up on our panel, we have Stevens Mwanje, Chief Finance Officer at NSSF. Hello.
Hello, Crystal.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
You guys talk so nicely. Hello. Thank you. Oma Mabel Chigundu, how are you? Olimu class money. Yes, that's Mabel Chigundu, of course, human resource specialist. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you.
Yeah? Even us, we're tight like that.
Okay, yeah, that's special. We have Paul Busharizi, public editor from New Vision. Welcome to the show again.
Thank you.
All right, and last but not least, we have the lady looking so beautiful, lovely. I love the hairstyles. Her hair is always doing fantastic things. We have none other than Barbara Arimi, head of marketing and communications at NSSF. How are you?
Fine, thank you, Gaetano.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Now, time for us to find out who is going to be the first contestant for tonight. We have Mr. Patrick Okello, who hails from a leader. Let's find out exactly what he did with his benefits and how he invested it on the screen.
I retired from Uganda Revenue Authority in July 2016 after working in the organization for 22 years. Hello, welcome to LIRA. My name is Patrick Jeremy Okello. I received the age benefit, and this is my NSSF story. When I was getting my NSSF benefit, I reported to the Mbale office. They gave me forms to fill, and then after filling these forms, within 1 month I got my benefits. When I got my NSSF benefit, I invested in estates where I put 80 million shillings, and I completed it, and I managed to put it into a rentable state with 3 small apartments. I'm also developing this place where we are with 2 units of apartments. This would be able to earn me about 500,000 shillings in a month. The other part of the investment which I did was in my agroforestry project. Here I have trees for fruits and trees for timber. These are the orange fruit trees. People come and collect it from the farm. We have here 2,000 pine trees, which I planted slightly earlier on, but contribution from NSSF helped me in weeding and looking after these trees. These ones have now taken 12 years. So we have about only 2 more years to harvest it. I also managed to set up a modern apiary with 8 Kenya top bar beehives. We expect to have our harvest by the end of this December. Our aim is to supply the local market. The other investment which we put in was the peanut butter project. We do this together with my wife.
We process peanut butter in 2 different types. There is peanut butter premium and there is peanut butter Super. So super is only granules alone. So the premium is a combination of sim and granules.
We have partnered with Uganda Industrial Research Institute, which is doing research on peanut butter. This is where me and my wife bring groundnuts and we process it into peanut butter. When we received the benefits, we stepped up the volume of business we have been doing with Peanut Butter Research and Processing Center.
Florence came and trained from here in peanut processing, and she has taken up the initiative to expand and grow her business together with her husband. But I believe that it has been possible because of how they have been saving with NSSF.
If I had not saved with NSSF, personally, I would not have had that discipline to keep the kind of money which I saved with NSSF. And personally, I would not have been able to make profits out of it, as NSSF invested this money, made some profits out of it, and we earn interest on it.
Well, there you go. That's Mr. Patrick Okello from Lira, and he's here in the studio today. Please help me welcome Patrick Okello. Mr. Okello, how are you? Mr. Okello.
Yes.
You have been very busy. Bees, peanut butter, citrus, you name it, you're doing it. So if you had not been saving, what do you think you would have been doing with your unsaved money? What would you have been doing?
I would have used it into an unprofitable venture.
All right. Well, Mr. Okello, I'm going to throw you over to the wolf's den. Let's go over to our judges.
An interesting story. I just had one question. I saw you have a multiple of things you're doing. How did you choose? How did you choose these ventures? What was your thinking process?
Long before I started employment, I had made up my mind that I should one time earn economic rent. So as soon as I got employment, then I thought of buying land and building. I was lucky my father got me a commercial plot in Lira municipality, but then I was working in Kampala. Then I decided that Kampala makes more sense in terms of economic rent than Lira. So I decided not to invest in that land given to me by my father, but to buy my own land where I would earn more economic rent. My thinking was that I should invest more in land in Kampala so that I could earn this economic rent, which I would in future plow into those other areas, the rural land, and do this agroforestry project, the PRE, and even the other rentals which I have decided to develop in my hometown, Lira.
Patrick, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
What advice would you give to another person who is about to retire?
The advice I would give to them is the individual should have tried many things, because this money is a last resort. You can't play about with it. You should only invest it in areas which you have tested and you have found to be workable. And that's the kind of thing I've tried to do.
Patrick, I also presume that you already heard about the value interest saving under NSSF.
Yeah.
Have you put your thought to it?
Yeah, I've put my thoughts to it. And indeed, that's what I've also said in my thing, that as my business expands, we'll employ more people, including myself. And then I will contribute in mobilizing domestic savings for investment through NSSF. So I've given it a very serious thought. And I'm going to enter into that.
All right, I think the judges are done with their questions. Of course, savings is a very important part and needs to be put in one's culture. The only thing I save the chicken piece for last. when I'm eating food. That's where my savings go. But let me come over to you on a more serious note. You work hand in hand with your wife. Do you have many disagreements with your wife when you're working together on all of these different projects?
No, there are no disagreements because, first of all, we respect each other. We have also drawn boundaries, what I make major decisions on and what she makes major decisions on. So because of that, we run our business very smoothly.
Behind every successful man, there's a woman. Well, thank you very much indeed, Patrick. If you would like to vote for Patrick Okello, why don't you do so? Just go and type *254# and then go to Friends with Benefits. You can also do it online, which is nssfug.org.
Nzijukira ebiseera ebyo abawagizi ekitiibwa nali muzira mu kisaawe ne mbulamu obwa bulijjo nga nsobola okwetuusaako buli kye njagala. Naye olunaku lumu byonna ne biggwaawo. Singa nategekera obukadde bwange nandibadde mu bulamu obweyagaza kati.
Every year, millions of Ugandans retire into poverty. To reduce that number, NSSF has introduced voluntary membership, which allows more Ugandans to save with NSSF and makes contributing easier by letting you pay through mobile money. It is available to individuals who run companies that employ less than 5 employees, as well as those who used to save with the fund and are now gainfully self-employed but are below the age of 60. Sign up today by visiting your nearest NSSF branch.
NSSF. A better life.
Welcome back to NSSF Friends with Benefits. My name is Crystal. Now remember that at the end of this show, we will be announcing the winner from last week's episode. But now, let's head to Mukono to meet our final contestant, Hannington Nkayivu, to find out what he did with his benefits.
I'm a teacher by profession. I taught for about 7 years. I left in '91 and joined TASO. I worked with the TASO until 2013 when I voluntarily retired. Right from childhood, I have personally loved farming. So my retirement was focused into that. Hello, you're welcome to Busare, my village. My name is Nkayivu Hannington. I received my age benefit, and this is my NSSF story. The process of getting my benefits from NSSF, I found it very, very transparent and easy. I think I received my money in around 9 to 10 days, and that was very efficient. When I got my benefit, I had already planned where I wanted to invest it, and basically, I wanted to invest in agriculture. The first thing I did with the money was to buy a pickup, and then I bought 2 tractors, first to plow for my farm, but also for hire, to make money. I wanted one, but because there were 2, I was encouraged to buy all of them. Then I said my target has changed because I started looking for the market, a bigger market. We are plowed for the tobacco growers in Kiriandongo and around Masindi. In a day, a tractor can plow actually up to 6 acres. And per acre, we plow for 120,000 shillings. You can get on a daily basis like 300,000 if land was available and work was available per day. Last season, the demand was so overwhelming that I collected the little monies and had to buy a third one. The yield has brought other benefits. I bought bulls with the purpose of fattening them. And my plan is that by the end of next year, I should be selling them and buy a good breed that provides enough milk, maybe 20 liters. The bulls also are very important for me because I also grow bananas. So they provide the natural fertilizer. As a result of the benefits that I'm now getting from where I invested my money, I've got people who are ladies who want their children to gain good education. So they come to me, okay, we shall be working in your gardens, take our children where they can get better education. The payment of school fees is to supply potato to the schools where they go, and the children continue to study. Part of the benefits of the tractor investment have helped me to renovate this house. So shelter has really improved because there is everything in there. Had I not saved my NSSF, I think my life wouldn't be as happy as it is. Personally, it has taken me miles. People that plan to get this money from NSSF, if you get this money, have a plan for it. It's better the NSSF money is put into a project that has been running, so you're just boosting.
Wow, what a story, what a story. Let's now welcome Hannington Nkayivu to the show. Welcome, please have a seat. You have been a very busy man,
Yes.
clearly.
Yes.
It seems starting off with your first 2 tractors, then you got another tractor, then you got the cows. So are you happy with what you have done so far with your benefits?
I'm very happy. Do I look like I have stress?
I must say
happy.
no. You look
Thank
very
you.
relaxed.
Thank you.
Okay, so I am sure our judges have some questions for you. So I think we will start with, who would like to go first today? Mabel, please.
Thank you very much, Hannington. Your story is quite motivating. You have your hands full. You are doing a lot. But I wanted to ask, if you won this money, 30 million or 15 or 10, what would you do?
I want to expand my agriculture. Like you've seen in the story, I have, being that I worked with the TASO, I have already that passion for OVCs, orphans and vulnerable children. And I am supporting currently 5 girls to go to school. And what I've done, I've negotiated with a school where they go, say that I take potato, and then school fees is calculated in kind.
Okay, over to you, Paul.
You mentioned something in your presentation. You said that your advice to people retiring would be to take the NSSF money and invest it in going concerns. Could you please explain more on this going concern?
We should not really use NSSF money to try out business. I got actually NSSF 3 times. They gave me like 110, I don't remember because it is 13. And with the age, dementia comes in. But it was above 100. And my first thing was to buy that pickup, strategical. I was driving a small car and I said, I don't need the small car anymore. Let me buy a multi-purpose. A pickup works in the farm, but the same pickup goes to Serena to eat to masapi. So you put your family in a pickup and comfortably. So I said that was strategic. That was my first thing. And last year, I got a text message that, hey, 800,000 has been credited. Is it crediting on your account? I said, is this a missed SMS? Because it was a Sunday, moreover. Then until I called my colleague on Tuesday, he said, you never know, go to NSSF. So I rushed to Chireka, forgetting that Mukono had an office. Rushed to Chireka, and the lady said, oh yeah, Hannington, what is your number? You have 1.8. And even now I'm expecting. And I want to assure you, not that I'm here for this competition, I have received my money in less than 10 working days in all the 3 rounds. So thank you so much, NSSF.
Barbara.
If any Ugandan who is watching wants to kick out poverty like you have said, what 3 key things should they do?
The mind. Our mind works like a GPS. Is it a global positioning system? What you feed your mind is what comes out. When I was coming to NSSF, I didn't know this program. I did my work without knowing. It was one morning when I was lying on my bed as a retiree. In the morning, I saw NSSF, we give prizes for those you try. And I said, oh. And the deadline was tomorrow. So I rushed that day and went. I said, I want to eat this money. Because I knew I had done it. And I know, by the way, my mind tells me, I'm going to eat this money. Number 2, having an understanding wife. If you're a man,
So if you are impressed with Hannington's story and you would like to see him move forward in the competition, make sure you vote for him. Now to vote, simply go to your phone and dial *254# and select Friends with Benefits.
Tired of moving in search of financial assistance? Look no more. Postbank Uganda has all the answers to your financial problems. No more queues. Sign up on Postbank mobile phone banking and dial *263# to pay for bills like water, electricity, URA, passport fees, airtime, etc. You can also make deposits on your account from your phone directly using mobile money services. We have early start accounts for children, school fees loans, group loans, etc. We provide agriculture loans to help farmers purchase seedlings, import, processing, production and marketing your agricultural produce. We also have mobile vans that serve our customers in the hard-to-reach areas. Call toll-free 0800-217200 or visit any of our branches countrywide. Postbank is regulated by the Bank of Uganda. Postbank, empowering you.
Thank you very much for voting. Remember, your voting does count, so make sure you vote for your favorite contestant.
Now it's time for us to reveal the winner from last week's episode. Now the votes have been counted and verified by PricewaterhouseCoopers.
Yes, it was episode 7 where we had Judith and Alusha. Now time to find out. Of course, we'd like to get some of the audience's thoughts here as to who they think will take it. Judith or Alusha? Judith. Alusha, Judith. Let's get into it.
Okay. And the winner from last week's episode, moving forward to the final 8 contestants, is...
Judith Gina!
Congratulations, Judith, and we'll see you in the next round. But back to today's show and our final contestants. Now, we met Patrick Okello, who used his age benefits to invest in peanut butter as well as forestry, and he built rentals. And we also spoke with Hannington Nkayivu, who used his benefits to buy tractors, to go into land, to go into cattle.
So many things. And
sugarcane.
Both of them said women are very important because they do play a huge role. Both Patrick and Hannington meant that. So ladies out over there, well done for making sure that happens.
Now do remember that your votes are very important. The contestant who receives the highest number of votes from this episode will make it to the final 8.
That's right. And we'd like to say a big thank you, of course, to our judges, the fantastic 4 over there doing their thing. We do appreciate it. To you, the audience, and to you, the viewers at home as well. Thank you very much for your votes. They did count.
Now remember, this is so important. Save with NSSF. You do not want to be that person that retires into poverty. And for those of you saving now, plan for your benefits.
We shall be back next Sunday.
Special thanks to Afros and More for hair and makeup. The voting lines are now open.
Until next Sunday, I want to say thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your whatever you're going to do. You've been watching Friends with
Benefits. Bye-bye.